Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 40, this monumental episode. And because it's so monumental, we're now 5 years in. We're almost at the 5 year anniversary. Basically, I was gonna say we're almost at the 50, but that'd be another 10 videos. But it's figured we'd do this just to have a little change of the intro. We usually go through the mail and whatnot, see what's going on in the world. But before we get to the mail and whatnot, I want to look at the basically the kind of stats that are going on in the world right now. I referenced it during the Andre Arlovski fight that he has the most knockouts on the roster. But there's a lot more stats to kind of look through. As we'll start with the highest career earnings. Sakuraba, $3 million. Nuts. Nobuki Takada made about $2.5 million. Germany Banners made about $2 million. As Vanderlei Silva's made $1 million. Kent Shamrock made over $1 million. I think that's just with us. Maybe that includes UFC. As Chuck Liddell's made $1 million. Hideki Yoshida's made $1 million. Mark Kerr's made $1 million. Hoist Gracie $1 million. Frank Shamrock, Igor, Neo Ogawa's made $1 million. That's interesting. Instant fucking Inoue's made $1 million. I'm assuming that's just with us. Maybe that's with Pride too. Crocop's made $1 million. Takayama's made $1 million. That's weird. Didn't think he would, but yes. Bob Sapp's made $1 million. Big Nog's made $1 million. Vitor Belfort just barely outside of $1 million. If we scroll all the way down, yeah, this is everybody in the world. So wow, I thought it was just Pride FC, but yeah, it's everybody in the world. So I'm assuming this with Frank Shamrock and Instant Inoue, that's the UFC deals and whatnot. Rickson Gracie made a lot of money for the UFC. That makes sense. He's there. Kushin Manawa, I believe he was in UFC for a good bit, so that might be why that is. As most wins by, it just says by per record, so basically the most wins since, or at least maybe since the start of the mod, I'm assuming, as Ice Cold Igor and Sakuraba with 11. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. So I feel like, let's take a look. Yeah, because yeah, so it's basically from when it starts, basically, to when it ends. Maybe that's in a row? Take a look at Ice Cold Igor's here. Cause yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Cause maybe it keeps on going. I'm not really sure. Cause it starts here, so obviously there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 7 there. So I guess it's only counting out in the pro record, so they're not counting all this. They're counting from Pride 4, I'm assuming. So from 98. Interesting. Yeah, that one, I'll be honest, kinda. And then most fights, the same thing, Sakuraba with 18. I'm assuming it's just his, close to his whole career. He's had over 20 fights. 21 to be exact. But he's had 18 in Pride, so guess that's it, just being, like, in Pride and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. It's, yeah. Yeah, it's that. Interesting. So, it's just basically off of the Pride records and whatnot, and the UFC records, too. So, I'm assuming. See if we can find some UFC ones. Maybe not. Maybe it's just Nathan Jones. That's fun. Yeah, it's just Pride records. So yeah, Carlos Newton has the second most, 10, 6, and 1. Interesting. Most wins, again, Igor, Sakuraba, Carlos Newton, Murillo's there, Vanderlei Silva's, Andre Arlovski, Fedor, Tom Erickson, Dennis Allman with 8. That's why 8 and 2 in Pride. I feel like that's mostly been throughout the save here. Yeah, it's been throughout the entire save. How fun. He's been on a fucking tear, as you can see. He's only lost to Carlos Newton twice. It's, what a fun little stat. Carlos Newton's the fucking Dennis Hallman killer. See, that's still the most wins. Well, we can get out of that. Most fights. Yeah, again, we get rid of that. Most title defenses. Big Nog with 5. As he passed Vanderlei Silva. Granted, by some shenanigans, but he did it. As defenses, our most decisive wins, Andre Arlovski has 9, so that's obviously by knockout and or TKO, which, as you can see, just a whole lot. It's he's had 3 decisions, and only 2 of them have been in Pride. Yeah, he's been a fucking problem. For sure, his most title fights is Big Nog and Wanderlei Silva are tied. I guess we can look at most decisive Fedor and High School Igor. Savage, Liddell, Gary Goodrich, that's fun. Sakuraba, Mirko. Dremley Bender with 5, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, he's 5-2. Obviously, he's only fought in Pride, but he did knock out Takashi Sugiura, Chuck Ganga, Giant Silva, Bob Savvy. Good, great fights all around. They're just exciting as fuck. You can't have a bad fight when you're just kicking the shit out of people. Dremley Banner, Rich Franklin. Most main events, Nobuki Takada, 9. Wanderlei Silva will tie him after this show, so how fun. Unless they somehow have already counted it, but I doubt it. I'm sure they count it once the show's been ran. So that's fun. I don't think anyone, it's going to be tough to catch him, because obviously Wanderlei Silva is still very young in his career. We'll go, we're in the middleweight, just Annie. Let's go down to Wanderlei. Yeah, he's only 28, so I mean, he's still got a long ways to go. Let's see here. And then now we gotta go back. So yeah, we're at the main events. Knockouts of the nights. Andre Arlovski, Mirko Krokop's behind him. Rich Franklin with 3. That's interesting. There for a while when he first came in, he was knocking people out left and right. With I mean, he's knocked out a lot of people though. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. But that one, those 2 don't count because they weren't Pride. Or at least that one doesn't count. But yeah, wild. Wow, Rich Franklin being a killer out there. Submissions of the night. A lot of people tied for first. Let's see, Zuka, Alexei Olenek, Carlos Newton, Enson Inoue, Fedor, Jeremy Horn, Josh Barnett, Kazuki Vegeta, and Ogawa. A fun fight of the night. Frank Shamrock and Ice Cold Igor are tied. I feel like Frank Shamrock hasn't had that many fights. I didn't realize you could click on the page to bring up their profile. That's fun. He's only had 6 fights in Pride, and 4 of them been fight of the nights. That's some great percentages. Anderson Silva's 3, Chuck Liddell 3, Krokop 3, Ogawa 3. I mean, Mirko's only had 7 fights. Ogawa's not had a lot of many fights. Actually, never mind. He's had a lot. How fun. Upset wins. Ice Cold Igor and Tom Erickson have had the most, which it's kind of wild that Igor's had that many upset losses. Or wins, rather. I don't think he was an upset here. No, doesn't look like it. No, wasn't up there. Was it the Hizzo fight? Oh yeah, it was the rematch of the Hizzo fight. Kevin Randleman, probably. Yep. I had Josh Barnett, maybe. Yep. That's weird. The whole time he was champion, it was just upset after upset. Then probably Dan Henderson. Yep. Wow, so his last 4 wins have technically been upsets. Interesting. It's Tom Erickson. We'll look at those. I'm assuming Kevin Randleman won. Yeah, that one's the biggest one. Surprised I didn't win upset of the year. It was fucking Minoru Suzuki and Alexander Adzuka. That was definitely it. I could not believe Kevin Randleman lost that fight. I'm assuming Fabrizio Verdun. No? Is it Volkan? No? Is it Sakuraba? Oh, it was the entire fucking... That's so wild he took on Ebenezer Fontes Baraga. Ebenezer Fontes Baraga did not belong to take him on. 3 fights in one night, which what a terrible idea that was to redo. That was just a god-awful idea. Poor Tom Erickson had to fight 45 minutes in one night. It's tough. That's tough. And Lamar Coleman might have been an upset too. Yep. If I'm assuming it was just, yeah. Well, the Sakuraba one was an upset too, I'm assuming, to make that 4. Zuko with 3, Avlosky with 3, Leigh Banner and Crow Cop, Carlos Newton. In the knockout wins, Andre Avlosky, Rich Franklin now is tied with him. So that's fun. That's, oh, you can even look by, like, so punches, Avlosky has the most. Kicks, Crow Cop has the most with Pete Williams. Knees, knockouts, Mauricio and Anderson Silva both have 2. Nobody's knocked somebody out with an elbow, or slam, or stomp. No, back fist or palm strike. Ice Cold Igor has the most. TKO wins by, and then Andre Avlosky has 4. It's kind of just those 2 in particular. The leg kick TKOs, submissions, Fedor and Sakuraba both have 6. Fucking Sakuraba, that's awesome. As Dennis Hallman, Fujita, Nobuya Takada with 4. Newton, Incident Noe, and Ogawa with 3. Guillotine wins, only 4 people. And Maurice Smith happened before we even started the mod. So that's fun. That's kind of cool that counts. That was, I believe, Pride 7, yeah. Oh, fun. There's only Pride Fight, of course. As then, Enzo. I kind of forget what Enzo Gracie. I wonder what it was. Was it? It must have been fucking, yeah. Oh, no, that was Rear Naked Choke. Was it Pride 2? Yep. Wow. That's it's so funny how just all the Gracies, once this mod started, 9-0-1 and 1 no contest, and then just fucking lost 4 straight, won the 1 against Forrest Griffin, and lost 2 more. It's hilarious. Kind of having a better family. As Rear Naked Chokes, Enzo Noe and Vegeta lead with 3. Alexia Lennox and Fedor and Jeremy Horn, Murillo, Ogawa, Nate Marcotte, and also Raw with 2, and a lot of people with 1. Triangles, only 2. Dennis Allman and Fabrizio Verdum. Triangle with the arm. Kimura. Had a couple of Kimura wins. It doesn't seem like it's been that many. But, yeah, there's been 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 of them. No Americanas. I'm assuming no... Oh, a couple of arm triangles. Alan Goes. Yeah, Alan Goes did a couple. And Hans Niemann, the first ever fucking match that we ever did. Fucking... Oh, no, that was a Rear Naked Choke. Oh, it was the Sataki fight. But yeah, first ever fight we ever did. It's the best fight we've ever done so far. Him and Vegeta. That fucking fight was awesome. Couple of arm bars. Costume, Dennis Hallman, Fedor, Josh Barnett. Sakuraba, Hicks, and Gracie, which that was before our time. Knee bars, 3 of them. Sakuraba, Marco Hus, and Takada. 2 leg locks, Koji Kaito, and then Ogawa. Heel hooks, Takada, Marco Hus. Any more? No neck things. Maybe a Darce choke. Yeah, a hoist with a Darce. Twister. Yeah, Alexia Lennox with the Twister. What a fucking fight this was. This was, I believe, Alistair Overeem. I believe it was that fight. Was it Yvel? No, it was Gilbert Yvel. Yeah. Gilbert Yvel had him in like a TKO. Looked like he was going to knock him out. Survived it. Twister. Fantastic. No calf slicers. Oh, submission by strikes. That must have been before we ran the mod. Decision wins. Murillo and Tom Erickson have the most. It's 8. Carlos Newton, Mark Coleman, Ricardo Arona, Vandalay have 6. How fun. As all the... now we're in the metrics. Holy shit. This even gets more. So, takedown success rates. Josh Barnett has 100%. Doesn't say how many he's done, but he's got 100%. Which I feel like that's a lot, because I feel like Josh Barnett has a lot of takedowns. Rampage is 100%. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, average takedowns per fight. Ricardo Arona averages 3 a fight. That's wild. I mean, it's 15 minutes, so I mean, that's wild. 2 for Mauricio, Fedor, Forrest Griffin, GSP. I mean, a lot of people too. I'm not going to name all of them. The most takedowns. Murillo and Ricardo Arona are tied with 28 for the most takedowns. We should have them fight. As, yeah, we had him, Mauricio. Yeah, we need to do that. Murillo and Ricardo Arona. See who wins with the most takedowns. That'd be fun. As, oh wow, the average power punch per fight, Vandalay with 5. That makes sense. I don't know. Arlovsky, he throws a lot, but he ends it, though. So he's not throwing a lot. Only when someone like Pete Williams is just taking it. Liddell, yeah, recently he's been throwing a lot of uppercuts. Ice Cold Igor throws a couple. Goodrich with 3, that makes sense. Rampage with 3. Don Fry with 3, yeah. Guy Metzger with 2, that's fun. Simi Chalette, who just lost. What a fight this is. So Gan McGee, which those don't know, Gan McGee's like 6'10", and he's a wrestler. So it was 6'10" versus 6'11" guy in the heavyweight main event. I would have watched that. I would have paid big money to see that. That would have been awesome. It's Rich Franklin with 2. A couple of guys with 2. So the most power punches thrown. Ice Cold Igor with 52. God damn. Vandalay with 43. Arlovsky 42. That's fun. One of these days, we're going to have Ice Cold Igor Vandalay in a catchweight fight at Shockwave. It's going to happen. It's going to happen for sure. We need to do Arlovsky and Ice Cold Igor too. That'd be fun. Jabs. We'll do power kicks. No one really cares about jabs. About 1 per fight. Franklin. Oh. And the most power kicks thrown. Crocop Pete Williams with 7. We need to do that. That'd be fun. Light Banner, Rich Franklin. Anderson Silva. Simi Chalette. Pedro Izzo throwing 3. That's... Don't remember that. Keith Jardine. Gilbert Yvel with 1. How fun. No one's ever thrown an elbow. Yeah. In the 5 years. We've... Trying to think what else we can look at. That'd be kind of fun. Submission success rate. See, it was 100. There's probably somebody that's 100. I'm sure it's probably just trying to. I think we broke it. I guess they have to do 100 and some people. Let's Oh no. I think it just doesn't want to load. Yeah, we'll just have to. Oh, there we go. So average submissions per fight. So Fedor averages 1 submission per fight. That's fun. He's the only guy. Success rate. I'm assuming it will not load because there's so many people. I'm trying to make it a little easier on him. Just do heavyweight. Maybe that'd be the easiest. Or maybe a lightweight since it's now there hasn't been a lightweight fight, so I'm an idiot. Welterweight. That'd probably be the easiest. I don't know though. It's not gonna load. Damn. Let's just do the most passes. So Carlos Newton, oh, that's just the welterweight, Jesus. So Sagaraba has the most passes, 26, 17 for Carlos Newton. Fedor 14, Takada 13, as he's retired, so that number's always going to get passed. Merlio, Frank Shamrock, those guys are in double digits. Ronaldo Sobral 8, Heath Herring 8, Jeremy Horn 8. Yeah, we'll just have to do the most, not the per fight stuff. So we'll do the most sweeps. Ricardo Arona with 2. Takada with 2. Alexander Otsuka with 2. Not a lot of people have swept. It shows you how fucking tough that. Let's see who's still in the most power knees. Merlia with 15 or 25. Vandalay with 15. That makes sense. Oh yeah, what's the most power ground? Yeah, Mark Coleman. That's right. It's only right. That's the fucking godfather of ground and pound. 50. Tough. That's a big... Dan Anderson, that was close. Quentin Rambays Jackson with 41. I did not expect that. I feel like he does a great job standing, but that makes sense. He is a wrestler boxer, but yeah, I didn't see that coming. How fun. What a great little statistic, little breakdown. Now we'll look at the mail. Alright, so we'll start all the way down here at the bottom. We have a lot to get through. As Flavio Luis Mora joined Shoot the Box. Deka Yoshida has left Takada Dojo. Nate Coy re-signed him. He's still in rings. So that's just a developmental re-signing. Ryan Bowe, part of the lightweight division. He's not going to be available for the lightweight Grand Prix because he is out injured. As he got knocked the fuck out by BJ Penn. Tough go for him before he got here, and he's not going to be able to be in it. Takanori Gomi, that's a big signing for the lightweight division. I think they have him 3rd. Yeah, so I mean, he's going to be a big problem for us. Young Choi, signed him again, as he's going to be... We haven't brought him down to rings yet, so we got to do that. As Scott Hensey, as he's another fucking Pride, as another lightweight division member. As Sugumichi Seo, that's a fucking tough one. Sugumi Sumaguchi Seo, there we go, I finally got it, as lightweight member. Daniel Puder extended his deal. George St. Pierre extended his deal. As Cavalcanti, there we go, as part of a Cavalcanti, there we go. Yeah, it's tough out here, as it is too late to be trying to pronounce some big ass words. But he's part of the lightweight division, as Gleason Tabayu, as he is another lightweight member. Mac Danzig, another lightweight guy. Sam Stout. Melvin Manhoef, we extended him. He's going to be he's down in rings. I love Melvin Manhoef. I wish he would get it together, but he's had some tough fucking goes at, though. I mean, he's taken on Amar Solioff, Rodrigo Hus, who's now fucking Pride FC guy, Chael Sonnen, who's going to be a Pride FC guy, Jason Miller, who's now in Pride FC. He is something like 9-8-1 or 9-1, and as I mean, it's tough, but he's had fantastic and great fights throughout. So at least he's putting on some great fights. As Fedor Emelianenko, he has joined Team Avistian after leaving Red Devil Sport. Jason Van Flue has left Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, extended Minoru Suzuki's contract, even though probably shouldn't have because he's 0-4, but he's had some great fucking fights for us. So there's that. As Valentin Overeem, weirdly enough, didn't have a single fight in the year 2004. I don't know what happened. I just could not get anything going for him, but he's got a fight in Brazilian Bushido 2. Granted, it's against Giant Silva, but still, it's a fight nonetheless. Ryan Healy, a lightweight signee who extended Royce Gracie. I just did not want him to go to UFC, so he's going to be in, he's supposed to have fucking rings, so I'm going to have to do that as well. Masato Yano extended his deal. Roller Gracie, another fucking Gracie. He's in the lightweight division. He's 8-7. He's the 4th lightweight. He's the 20th lightweight in the world. He's 39 years old, so he's only got probably 2 fights in him. We'll see. I'm expecting a loss. Don Fry extended. Trey Tellingman extended. Shinya Aoki, who is actually our most highest level pop guy in the lightweight division, and it's a high level regional. Shows you how much we gotta build that lightweight division up. Dong Hoon Kim, as he extends his deal, as Nobuhiro Obaya, who was in UFC. He just lost his 2nd straight fight in the UFC, but he didn't get re-signed, so we picked him up. He's a low-level name value in Japan. He's going to be in the middleweight division, I think. He might be in the... he's 5'7". He's definitely not going to be in a heavyweight. But he'll be in the middleweight division. We'll see how he does. Garrett Goodrich broke his eye socket during training, but he's still going to fight Tom Erickson at Fist of Fire. That's interesting. Carlos Newton's going to leave TriStar Gym. John Fitch left Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts Academy and joined the Pit. That's huge, as we'll have to change, at the Send. I think it was Nate Corey. Nope, it wasn't Nate Corey. Who? Oh, Young Choi and Royce Gracie real quick. And then we'll run the fucking show as, where's... Oh, there, I'm an idiot. It was right there. Organizations. As, Royce Gracie. As I just, when I was extended Royce, I realized he had nothing in the green. It was all yellow. So I was like, oh, no wonder he did so bad. So I'm kind of... Because, he's got the world caliber jiu-jitsu. He's green all around. He might get some wins, but who knows? It's tough. It's tough out here. And then Young Choi hanging down. We probably have at least 150 people on the roster now. We have so many people. It's too much. It is too much, but... On to American Bushido 6. It's fucking middleweight title time. As, what a card this plans out to be. This is gonna be fucking nuts. It's the main event for the Prime middleweight title. It's Danielson making his first defense against the former champion. If Silva wins, this would start a second reign. They fought once before in the main event of Pride 23's Championship Chaos 2, which was in 2002. Silva won by unanimous decision. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Dan Anderson's 4th, Silva's 5th. This is the 9th time now that Anderson Silva's main evented or Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva has made event for Pride. This is the 5th time for Dan Henderson. Dan Hendo Henderson taking on the Axe Murderer. Both have won their last 3 of their last 5 fights by decision, as Blurcat staff picks 5-2 Dan Henderson. Can he avenge that loss? Or will Vanderlei Silva, the Axe Murderer, start his 2nd reign as the middleweight champion of the world? As a fight that was supposed to be on the Shockwave card, it is now on the American Bushido 6 card. Ice Cold Igor taking on Frank Shamrock, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Ice Cold Igor is ranked 3rd. Frank Shamrock's ranked 15th. Frank Shamrock trains at Lions Den, which Ice Cold Igor has a record of 0-0-1. No contest against other current members of that team. Shamrock has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. This is the first time they have fought. Ice Cold Igor will enjoy the significant weight advantage. Frank Shamrock has the Blurcat stiff picks 5-2 as well. As well, they're expecting an underdog. I guess, with the catch weight, there's not really going to be... I don't think there's going to be a plus-minus, but maybe. And maybe the betting odds will be there once the fight happens, as Nate the Great Marcotte taking on Jeremy Gumby Horn. They fought once before at Pride FC Shockwave in the 2002. Nate Marcotte won by the unanimous decision. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Marcotte is ranked 20th, as Jeremy Horn is ranked 22nd. And then 5-inch reach advantage for Nate, as the Blurcast staff picks 6-1. Nate Marcotte, 6-1. Still no, I was about to say, there's still no unanimous decision until this one, as Blurcat staff picks another rematch. This is the first time we've had so many rematches on the card, as it's the first time they have fought before, they fought once before, rather, at Pride 28 High Octane in 2004. Short time ago, as it was a just dumbass split draw. Anderson the Spider Silva taking on Quentin Rambays Jackson. They're both world-ranked light heavyweights. Silva's 19th, Jackson's 20th. Jackson will likely have a significant weight advantage, as Blurcat staff picks 7-0 Anderson the Spider Silva. And I loved that fight the first time around. It was just kind of 2 guys counter-striking, and it was tough for the judges. They're in America now, so let's see how new judges play it. As Rico Suave Rodriguez taking on the Texas Crazy Horse Heath Herring, as Rico Rodriguez has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Heath Herring's ranked 13th in the heavyweight division in Pride. Rodriguez is 18th. First time they fought, Rico Rodriguez making his debut, as Blurcat staff picks have it 7-0 for the Texas Crazy Horse Heath Herring. As Chris the Crippler Lieben taking on Mark Hughes, as Chris Lieben has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. First time they fought, it's the Pride debut for Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes, 1-6 on the Blurcat staff picks. I wouldn't count out Chris Lieben. A dangerous fucking southpaw can knock you out in an instant. Mark Hughes better be careful. As the pre-show fights, Thiago Pitbull Alvarez taking on Jake Shields, as Thiago Alvarez, as he's the 16th welterweight in Pride. Jake Shields is 8th. This is the Pride debut for Thiago Alvarez. Jake Shields is yet to win a fight in Pride. He is 0-2. See if he can swing that around. It looks like he's going to. We'll have to wait and see. As the natural-born killer, Carlos Condon, taking on Diego the Nightmare Sanchez. Diego Sanchez is the 13th ranked welterweight in Pride. Carlos Condon is 18th. Diego Sanchez has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. The first time they fought, Condon will likely have a significant weight advantage in the fight. Condon's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage. Pride debut for Carlos Condon. But Diego Sanchez has a 6-1 Blurcat staff picks. The lone voter, Chris, believes in the natural-born killer. We'll see what happens, as it's 5-2, 9-1, or 7-1, both from New Mexico, both from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Wrestling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Carlos Condon. Wrestling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Diego Sanchez. Both young as fuck. This is going to be a hell of a contest. Minus 360 plus 280. I think it's going to be closer than that. We'll see. Big John McCarthy's the ref. Our judges, they came in about the same weight. It came in at the same weight, rather. But Carlos Condon clearly have a significant weight advantage now. Round 1 begins. Sanchez doesn't touch gloves, drawing some heat from the crowd. Condon hits 2 left jabs, and then he hits Sanchez with a leg kick. Coming forward, and the 2 fighters start trading blows as Carlos Condon. Sanchez hits the counter jab. Condon hits a left jab and lands a roundhouse kick to the body. An exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing comes of it. Sanchez shoots him for the takedown. Condon almost got away, but not quite. He's left hopping while Sanchez has the hold of one leg. Sanchez can't get Condon down, so he settles for pushing him up against the ropes. There's a sharp trip there. He gets the excellent outside leg trip. Sees kind of get thrown down to the mat as Sanchez has no problem getting side control. Looking to catch his breath now. Throws a couple of punches to the body. Blocks attempt to pull guard. He begins trying to get himself to mount. Fights off the mount attempt, and they wind up scrambling for position. As he ends up having to pull half guard, losing out on the scramble. Condit looks to get past half guard. He passes half guard, but Sanchez is ready for it. They start to scramble. Condit ends up having to pull half guard, losing out on the scramble. In half guard now, Sanchez does a couple of punches designed to keep Condit guessing. As he bursts into life, tries to scramble into better position. There's enough separation, though. There wasn't enough separation, as Sanchez is able to catch him and secure side control. Looks to get mount. He's fighting off the attempt of, the mount, but they end up scrambling for position. Sanchez manages to come out on top. Again, that's a full guard. Throws a few strikes, clearly slowing things down so you can think. Fights off an attempt to trap him with rubber guard, as that been interesting, as he tries to pound on Condit, but none of the blows have any degree of power. As again, he moves to secure rubber guard, but cannot, as Sanchez is fighting too hard. I think that's the first time we've seen someone try to go into a rubber guard, but in guard, Sanchez throws a couple punches designed to keep Condit guessing. Blocks attempt to transition to rubber guard. Pounds away, but Condit calmly deals with him. As he leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings. For the moment now, Sanchez is content just to look up punches to the body. As Condit wants to move to rubber guard, mission control, but Sanchez keeps him at bay. Sanchez does a couple of few relatively weak-looking left hands. Big John McCarthy stands the back up. Condit comes in. The two fighters engage as Sanchez misses the right hand. Feint is bought entirely by Diego Sanchez, leaving him wide open. As he can't connect with a jab, he hits at the body kick. Peter going for the takedown, but Condit took the initiative first. Condit lands a jab and hits Sanchez with a body kick. He lands a left hand and hits Sanchez with a body kick. Can't hit the setup left jab, and he scores a leg kick. He seizes the chance. He grabs Condit into a clinch. He's trying to push Condit so his back is up against the ropes. He isn't going anywhere, though. Sanchez is trying to muscle Condit up against the ropes. He does so. His back is stuck to the ropes. That's the end of the round anyways. Tough one to call. Diego landed a lot of shots. He had the takedown. He was in control the whole time. Actually, no, I don't know why I said it's tough to call. It's not tough to call. Diego Sanchez won that round. We'll have to see if Carlos Condit can win it. Still not over yet. I think he can win the round. He can't win the fight by just being dominant this whole round. He's probably going to have to finish the fight. Condit throws a quick one, too. Doesn't land either blow, though, as he moves in fast, shoots in on Condit, partially defends it, ends up hopping on one foot, while Sanchez holding the other one. Sanchez uses the position to drive Condit up against the ropes. With the ropes trapping Condit, Sanchez looks to try and take him down by going low, taking out both legs. He can't stop it, as he has to pull guard, trying to pass the guard. He doesn't have time to secure position before Condit starts scrambling, as Condit again is back on his back. Has to pull guard as Sanchez fires a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. He blocks attempted sweep, attempts a pass at guard, but in gain better position. And it's Condit allows a pass, but it's just a ploy to allow him to try and scramble. As again, Sanchez back on top. He's doing a great job. I mean, the Carlos Condit, to his credit, he's trying to bait him into doing shit to where he could scramble and get on top, but every time Diego Sanchez is just right there to be on top of him. Tries to move to rubber guard, but he doesn't allow it. Throws a few weak-looking punches, decides his next move. He fights off an attempt again at rubber guard. Pounds away, but Condit isn't trouble with his strikes. He's trying to sweep from the bottom. So again, Sanchez pounds on him. There's a minute left in the round, and then the fight. Fights off an attempt to trap him. Again, trying to pass guard. He passes, but Condit was ready for the scramble. Sanchez ends up in the guard, but that's the end of the fight. Diego Sanchez, unanimous decision there. Wow, Cecil calling one for Condit. There's one for Sanchez. Okay, wow. A split decision. I wouldn't have agreed with that. Boy, that's, I don't know how a man who landed 11 shots all night, I mean, granted, he was trying to, he was allowing passes and was doing that in somewhat of an effort to try to do some type of, scramble. But Jesus. Yeah, there's no way that should have been a split decision. But Diego Sanchez, at least he gets the win still. 8-1 now. Diego Sanchez, Carlos Condit 5-3. Tough start for him, but he name checks all of his sponsors. Thanks all of his fans who turn out to support him. As he wants to fight next, he at once again calls out Sean Pearson, adding that he's ducking me because he knows that he'll lose. Oh, wow. Wow, we'll have to have that fight as Thiago Pitbull Alvarez taking on Jake Shields, 7-4, 14-4, 5'9", 183, 5'11", 183. Muay Thai background, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, minus 380, plus 300. Can Jake Shields finally get a win in Bright FC? John McCarthy's our ref, our judges. Round 1 begins. Start with a touch of gloves. Alvarez has uses the left jab, but he finds nothing but air on, with the big right. As Thiago Alves connects with a nice jab as he hits a body kick. As he connects with a nice jab and he hits a high right head kick. Wow, as a jab lands from Alves, but he can't connect with a head kick. Alves glances at his corner and gets a few words of encouragement in his response. Jab hits home from Alves, and then he gets a high right head kick to the side of the head. I don't know how he's not knocked him out at this point. That's 2 head kicks now, as Thiago Alves looks like he's going to win this fight, as there's a nice jab, and then he catches Shields with a spin kick to the body. Alves closes in on Shields, looks to unleash some strikes. He lands a left hand, then he hits Shields with a body kick. Confidently comes in close. He can't hit the set left jab. Hits a high right head kick to the side of the head. Again, that's the 3rd high head kick. He's looking confident, as he should. Alves shooting the range, looking to strike Thiago Alvarez. Jake Shields appeared to be going to try and get in close, but he took the initiative first. Fails to find home his jab, and he scores with the right cross. Throws some strikes with a kick to the body, as Shields defends all of them. As Thiago Alves was too aggressive. His last kick gets caught. Looking for the takedown, but instead he uses his position to drive Alves up against the ropes. Now he's up against the ropes. He's looking for a sharp sweep. He can't get it, though, as he's looking at another sweep. He gets this one, though. Outside leg trip sweeps Thiago Alves as he's down to the ground. As Shields takes the back of Alves directly off the takedown, looking for the rear naked choke. He defends himself against the choke. He's trying to turn over, but he can't. Looking for that rear naked choke again. It doesn't allow it. Tries to get him off his back. It's successful as he loses the back position. They both fighters scramble back to their feet. What a great job by Thiago Alves there. Way to survive. He's slowing down just a little bit, though, now, as he can't connect with the set strikes. He scores the right cross. He confidently comes in closer. Shields had looked like he was angling to grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. He lands a left hand, and then he lands 2 kicks to the legs. He misses all the strikes in the combo that ended with a low kick attempt at the legs. Comes in, grabs Alves in a clinch, looking for the trip takedown. He gets the outside leg trip. Thiago Alves gets taken down to the ground. He's left on his back under side control. Shields keeps Alves guessing with a few quick strikes. As in side control now, Shields catches his breath. Connects with a couple punches to the body as Jake Shields throws a few strikes, was clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath some more. Now he's again trying to catch his goddamn breath. As he's just trying to keep him guessing now. Throws a pounds with rights, doesn't do much damage. John McCarthy stands it back up, but that's the bell. Jake Shields, I don't know how. I guess because they were not power shots as I'm seeing the fight metrics. Because he was getting fucked up, it seemed like, in the start of that fight. But then, he got his takedowns. He was doing his thing. I don't know, though. It's still... I would give him the round, but Thiago Alves could still win it. As it looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Thiago Alves was more aggressive, took the initiative. As he uses the left jab, but Shields dodges the big right head kick. As he connects with the jab, and again, Jake Shields dodging the kick. Great job by Jake Shields. He knows the kick's coming. Just back away. Eat the jab, back away. There's a left jab, and he hits Shields with a body kick. Doesn't look like he has much left in the tank. As a jab hits home from Alves, and then he lands a roundhouse kick to the body. Alves throws a punch, but Shields was equal to it. There's a chance. As he moves in fast, clinches with Alvarez, looking for the trip takedown. He gets it. That's perfect. That's exactly what he needs right now. 3 minutes left in the fight. Just might as well end it here. As he throws some small strikes, but it's clearly just taking a moment to plan ahead. A few hands, right hands, a few punches, trying to catch his breath. Some more punches designed to keep him guessing minute now. John McCarthy stands it back up. He's trying to make this a little bit more exciting end as he throws a quick punch, doesn't land. As Jake Shields again grabs him, wrestles him backwards. He does. Now there's a stomp on the foot as he's still just holding him up there. And that's the end of the fight. Jake Shields, unanimous decision. He gets his win. Oh my god, another split decision as Thiago Alves. Man, this is going to be an interesting night, let me tell you. Another split decision that should not have been a split decision. I mean, look at those fight metrics. Wasn't even close. Man, someone's going to get fucking robbed out of a fight. It's going to be not good. Jake Shields name checks all of his sponsors and the fans who came out supporting him. As he's showing respect, Jake Shields praises Diego Alves for his skill and toughness. As now on the main card, it's Chris the Crippler Lieben taking on Mark Hughes. 5-1, 11-5, wrestling style, boxing, jiu-jitsu style, plus 100, minus 110. It's not that, it's close. It's a lot closer than what the Blurcast stat picks. Whereas 5'8", 200, 5'11", 205, Chris Lieben's gonna have that fucking, he's gonna have the reach. I think he's got it. As Mario Yamasaki's the referee, judges, round 1 begins. No touching gloves. As crowd's like, what the fuck? No respect by either man. A punch from Lieben fails to land as Mark Hughes takes the opportunity, gets in the clinches, wrestles him backwards. He does so. Now he's got him controlled. But Lieben worked enough space to slip out and back away into the center. As again, Mark Hughes was trying to set up for the shoot, but Chris Lieben took the initiative. Jab hits home from Lieben, and he lands a straight left hand that lands hard. There's that fucking southpaw. Looked like he was angling to grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. There's a quick punch, doesn't hit it though. Moves in close, ready to attack. It looked like we were about to see Hughes try to get some grappling started, but Lieben again was more aggressive, took the initiative first. Throws a punch, Mark Hughes avoids it, comes in closer, throws a punch, doesn't land. Looks to unleash, as again, took the initiative. There's a 1-2, doesn't land though. They finally land something, as a left cross, lands hard. As a jab is wide from Lieben, that hits Hughes with a beauty of a straight left. There's a right hand, finds nothing but air with the big left. See, glaring at Hughes, Lieben motions for him to come and attack. He gets the takedown. No, he doesn't. He shoots him for the takedown, rather. He partially defends it and ends up having on 1 foot while Hughes has a hold of him. Unable to complete the takedown, Mark Hughes has to push him up against the ropes. He's now pressed up against the ropes. He can't break. As a close-up battle of short strikes for roughly a minute, smothering him some more, but then Lieben wrestles free and circles back to the center. Comes forward willing to take a few shots if that's as long as it gets close enough to wrestle. So connects with a nice jab and then lands the big left hand. Halfway point, Lieben from punch fails to land. He grabs him. Does Mark Hughes. He's wrestling up against the ropes. He does so as he's unable to get free. Remain there for the next minute or so, posturing to occasional short-range punches to the body. As Mark Hughes tries to get up close against the ropes and works enough space to to slip out and back away from the center. Takes a few gulps of breath. Lieben's given the first hint that he's starting to tire a touch. Mark Hughes shoots in at high speed. He can't even get that takedown either. Chris Lieben's going to be a fucking problem in this middleweight division. He doesn't end up holding a leg while Lieben hops in one place. As using the ropes to drive Lieben up against the ropes. As Mark Hughes looks to try and maintain control via his wrestling skills, but Lieben works enough space so he can clear and circle out. Mark Hughes shoots in for the takedown. He gets the takedown. Lieben is on his back now. As pulling guard as Mark Hughes keeps Lieben guessing with a few quick strikes. As Lieben has a hold of an arm from the bottom. See if he's got it. But Mark Hughes doesn't let Lieben get it. Flies on top of him, just smothering him now. Makes a few strikes. Looking for an arm triangle now. But Hughes doesn't let Lieben get it as well. As again, Mark Hughes just keeps him down there, and that's the end of the fight. Or end of the first round, rather. At the end of the fight. It's very close. It's 29-22 on the strikes. But I'm going to give it to Chris Lieben. I think he controlled the majority of that round. That he was stopping the takedowns. 1 for 3 on the takedowns. I think he did more damage with his shots. I'm going to give it to Chris Lieben. Last round now. Mark Hughes comes forward willing to take a few shots as he gets close enough to wrestle. It was 1-2 from Lieben, fails to land as he seizes the chance and grabs Lieben to the clinch. He's looking to muscle Lieben backwards up against the ropes. As Lieben isn't going anywhere, though. He's trying to muscle Lieben up against the ropes. He can't do it. Again, Lieben defends it well. As this time he finally gets it, pins him to the ropes. He's pressed up against the ropes. They dirty box for each other out at that range for the next 60 seconds or so. Lieben wrestles back against Hughes, turning him enough so he can escape away from the ropes. Mark Hughes shoots in. He gets the takedown. That's a big takedown. If he didn't get that takedown, that would have been a tough loss for him. As Lieben is on his back, pulls guard. 2 out of 4 on takedowns, 50%. Mark Hughes looks to get past the guard. As he can't get side control as Lieben starts to scramble. Mark Hughes ends up having to pull half guard, losing out in the scramble. So now Lieben's on top with 2 minutes left. He passes. But he just allows the pass to just avoid the scramble. Lieben now ends up in guard. He doesn't posture up press, wary of the submission, instead using small strikes, keeping his head onto his opponent's chest. He's trying to sweep from the bottom, but he doesn't budge Lieben. Next minute left in the fight. There's a few small strikes that Hughes always keeps the body contact, so he has no space to work with. He blocks Hughes again as he tries to sweep, peppering him with small strikes again, keeping it very tight. As he tries to get double hooks on Lieben so he can get some control, but he can't do it, and that's the end of the fight, end of the round. Chris Lieben, with that round, he definitely secures the fight. It'd be a shame if he loses it because of judges. There's one. Oh my, it's a split decision. Well, there it is again. The split decision. Fucking, what? This card is going to be cursed. It's a cursed card. Split decision. You know, you see it there. He was 50% on takedowns, but again, you know, Lieben, he had more strikes at the end of the entire fight. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to do that fight again in Japan, or at least anywhere. Just not here. Not on this night. Giving thanks, Mark Hughes praises the military fighting system is very responsive. His fans turn out to support him. He's visibly delighted. Mark Hughes celebrates starting his Pride career with a win. Let's see if this one's another split decision as Rico Suave Rodriguez takes on the Texas Crazy Horse Heath Herring. 6'3", 255, 6'4", 245. Staten Island, New York. Amarillo, Texas. 15-3, 18-6. Wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling style, so 2 wrestlers basically. No team for Rico Suave Rodriguez. Golden Glory from the Texas Crazy Horse. Minus 380. See if Heath Herring's going to get the win here. Mario Yamasaki, referee. The piece of shit judges of the card. Fight begins. They touch gloves. Heath Herring aggressively moves in, comes and grapples with him. Trying to muscle Rodriguez up against the ropes. He doesn't let himself be driven back, though. There's a trip. It's unsuccessful, though, as Herring maintained a good solid base. Looking for the trip again. He gets it this time as he sweeps Herring down to the ground, and he's left on his back pulling guard. Looking to get past it. He can't. He passes guard, but he can't secure side control as Herring starts to scramble. As neither fighter can gain advantage, they're back on their feet. Herring shoots him for the takedown. Rodriguez almost stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg. Drives him up against the ropes. He spreads up against the ropes, and he can't break control that Herring has. Next minute or so, they see him hitting each other for short punches that distance. Using tight body-to-body control, Heath Herring is slowly wearing Rodriguez down by pressing up against the ropes and leaning all of his weight onto him. As in the next 60 seconds, sees them doing very little other than the occasional short punches to the body. As having been stuck against the ropes for a while without any progress, they break him up. As now Rodriguez starting to tire, touch perhaps conserving a low energy, they come together and clutch. Heath Herring gets the advantage, looking for the trip takedown again. Rico Rodriguez blocks the trip, takes control of the grapple too, and now he's looking for the sweep. He gets the sweep. Heath Herring can't stop these takedowns for shit. That's the second one. 2 for 3, I think, on Rico Rodriguez on the takedowns. Halfway point in the first round. He's trying to catch his breath. Some more. It doesn't get any. He tried to get full guard on Rodriguez, but he doesn't get anywhere with it. As he throws a few right hands, again, just trying to catch his breath. Get some separation. Tries to scramble. As there wasn't enough separation, though, as Rodriguez is able to catch him and secure him. Inside control now. As now he fires off the punches, but they aren't with any great force. As he blocks a attempt to pull guard, he pounds away, but Herring calmly deals with him. Blocks an attempt to pull guard. He throws a few right hands. As he takes a moment to plan ahead, he blocks Herring as he tries to transition the guard. He pounds away, but Herring again isn't driven by the strikes. Breathing very hard, Rico Rodriguez is looking ragged. Herring is trying to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Punches down on Herring, but they're easily taken on the gloves. He blocks them and loads some rights, but Herring completely deals with them, and that's the end of the first round. Wow. That is a definite win for Rico Rodriguez on the first round. We'll see if Herring can somehow sway him. With the way this card is, and the way these judges are, he could do very little and still probably at least get some type of split decision. As they get together and clinch, he manages to get control of the clinch. As now Herring's trying to push him against the ropes, he does so, now his back's stuck there. He hits him with a short left uppercut, as Rodriguez can't get free. Next minute or so, sees them hitting each other with short punches, using his wrestling skills to prevent Herring from attacking with dirty boxing. As he's smothering Rodriguez up against the ropes, 30 seconds elapses, very little happening other than occasional short punches. Herring goes for the foot stomp, but Rodriguez works enough space so he can slip out and back away into the center. They start jacking for position. Herring gets the advantage, some dirty boxing, as gets a few crisp punches on Rodriguez as they grapple. There's a couple of nice short punches as Herring uses dirty boxing to inflict some punishment. Again, inflicting some punishment with the dirty boxing. Some more dirty boxing. Minute left. And now just pushing him up against the ropes. He does so. As Rodriguez is just on the verge of exhaustion now. As he's just smothering him some more. As moving in fast, Rodriguez wrestles way into the dominant position in the clinch. And that's the end of the fight. That was all. Heath Herring, will it be enough? We will see. Yep, it was enough. Wow. As, yeah, you're looking at it, 53 to, it's pretty close, but, I mean, just a dominant second round. I get it. They got that one right. They got that one. 19-6 for Heath Herring. 15-4. Rico Suave Rodriguez fails in his debut. But he was a plus 300 underdog, though, too. As Anderson, the Spider Silva, taking on Quentin Rambays Jackson. 9-3-1. 9-2-1. Muay Thai, wrestling, boxing. Background, shoot the box, team punishment. As they 6-1, 6-2. I'm sure Quentin Rambays Jackson is going to be a little bit bigger. Anderson Silva, minus 350 on the betting line. See if he can carry out that one, as Mario Yamasaki is the referee. Our judges. Yep, Jackson's going to be bigger. Round one begins. They don't touch gloves. Jackson comes forward on the attack. Silva hits a jab. There's a 1-2, but Silva avoids both of them. As both fighters stand and trade, but neither land anything damaging. They moving forward constantly. Jackson's pressuring him. There's two left hands. That's one thing. Silva's just going to counter strike you to death. He can't hit the setup strikes, but he scores to the right crosses. Quentin Rambays Jackson lands a few as they exchange strikes, but nothing significant lands. Silva lets fly with verbal barrage trash talk. As Jackson looking to strike, he scores a left hook. They come together and strike, but neither lands anything damaging. Steps in to strike as Silva counters the right hand, a jab, and a left hook to the body. Steps in, watched all the way by Silva, as he slips past the hook and counters attacks with a jabs that are followed by a leg kick that misses. Stands ready as Jackson moves in, as he hits a jab but misses the right hand. Silva's off target with a jab but lands the spin kick. Silva now in southpaw, moves forward. Jackson looks to strike. Silva's ready for it. He misses the right hook, gets countered with a spin kick. Steps in looking to strike as Quentin Rambays Jackson. Silva scores with a jab and finds his right cross. I think it's a left cross. Yeah, because in southpaw, the left cross. It's blocked. He hits a punch and then nails the right cross. As exchange strikes does not produce any damage. Silva can be heard trash talking as the two fighters circle. Silva lets Jackson step in and engage. He misses the right hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a left head kick that did damage. And he is hurt with that when he's trying to back up. As Silva now looking to get in the Muay Thai clinch, he does it. As he is 2 days to fight it off. There's a vicious knee to the ribs. As Silva loses the Muay Thai clinch after the knee strike misses and gives Jackson the opportunity to wrestle free. The exchange of strikes at relatively close range, but nothing really lands. Moving forward, Jackson looks to strike. Silva stands ready. Doesn't connect with the right jab. It lands a low kick. As Jackson scores the left hook, moves in to strike. Finds a good angle, lands on 1-2. Uses the left jab, but has his right hand blocked. Fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but the flurry ends without any really damaging shots. Silva lets Jackson step in and engage. Counters with the right hand with quick jabs that are followed by a left hand that are landed cleanly. Comes in and engages. Both fighters throw, but neither can land a real shot. Doesn't connect with the right hand. Misses with the spinning back kick. And again, Silva just still trash talking, guns and looking to unleash. Misses the big right hand as he counters with a pair of jabs that are followed by a head kick that doesn't connect. That could have been a fight in there for sure. And Silva's ready to counter strike. Slips past the right hook attempt and attacks with a jab and a nice left hook. Jackson looks to engage, uses a pair of right jabs, but misses the high kick as Jackson lands a nice right hook, steps in, ready to counter Anderson Silva, as misses the big right hand, allowing Silva to counter with jabs, and they're followed by a high kick that misses. Minute now, taking a few gulps of breath. Silva is giving the first hand, he's starting to tire touch. Jackson's still moving well, but he's definitely breathing a little deeper. As well as stepping in, Jackson looks to engage, as he misses the right hook and gets countered with a nice right hand. As moving forward, Jackson looks to strike. Silva stands ready, misses the big right hand as he counterattacks with a jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body that does not connect, though, as steps in, watched all the way by Silva. Again, there's a right kick to the rib cage that time, though, by Silva as the counter. And that's the end of the first round. Obviously, Silva won the round thanks to the damage and whatnot in the strikes. Quentin Rambays Jackson's going to have to do a lot to win it. But again, with the way these judges are, he could do very little and still get at least a split decision. So here we go, last round. They stand and trade in the center of the ring. Neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. Silva stands ready. Jackson moves in as he dodges the right hand and counterattacks with the left hand of the body. Jackson looks to strike. Silva stands ready as he misses the right hook and leaves him so open to be countered with a superb head kick, and he knocks him out with that one. Yep, Anderson fucking Silva with a head kick knockout. He gets his win. 10-3-1. Rambays Jackson 9-3-1. Weirdly enough, he leaves the same record as Anderson Silva walked into. that was fun. We finally got to conclude that, so now these two can go on their separate ways. As Anderson Silva thanks everyone connected, shoot a box for having prepared for the fight, and the sponsor supporting him financially. He's actually like to face next, and he answers that Jeremy Horn would be someone he'd like to compete against. Speaking of the motherfucker, Nate the Great Marcotte taking on Jeremy Gumby Horn, 14-4, 43-9-4, as 25, 6'1", 205, 6'1", 205, 29 years old. Mixed martial artist from Nate Marcotte, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Jeremy Gumby Horn, AMC Pinkerton, Military Fighting Systems. It's been 3 years, and they come together almost 2, because they fought at Shockwave in 2002, so really, it's been a little under, 2 years, but just barely over 2 years, really. But here we are, as Mario Yamasaki's our referee, plus 270 for Jeremy Gumby Horn, minus 350 for Nate the Great Marcotte. Our judges, round 1 begins. Not for touch gloves is completely ignored by Jeremy Horn. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing comes of it. Horn looked like he was going to shoot, but Marcotte simply took the initiative. A 1-2 from Marcotte fails to land. Moving forward constantly, Marcotte's pressuring Horn. Now Marcotte's in the pocket. Can't connect with the sub-strikes. He scores the right cross. So there's a 1-2, but Marcotte was equal to it. He seizes the chance and grabs Horn into the clinch. He's using his wrestling skills to try to push him against the ropes. He does so. Now he's looking to go down low, wrap his arms around his opponent's legs, looking to take him down. He does so. And now he's got side control too. There's a knee strike, but he succeeded in unbalancing Marcotte enough that there was little power. So that's a great job by Jeremy Horn on the bottom. There's again, he's trying to do a knee strike, but again, Jeremy Horn doing a great job. He can't connect properly with it. To keep him guessing with a few strikes, he blocks a diptable guard. Throws a few right hands to take a moment playing ahead. As he blocks Horn, he tries to transition the guard. It throws a few weak-looking punches, decides his next move. Inside control, Marcotte throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. He tries to move the guard, but Marcotte doesn't allow it. With no progress being made, standing back up, Marcotte shoots in, gets a single leg, back to the ground we go. 2 for 2 on takedowns as Marcotte fires a few punches, throws some minor strikes. Marcotte punches down at Horn, but they're easily taken on the gloves. As he fires a few punches, he works some separation, then he tries to quickly scramble his way into a better position. There wasn't enough separation, though. Marcotte is able to catch him inside control. Marcotte keeps him guessing with a few strikes. He blocks Horn as he tries to transition the guard. Throws a few right hands, but it's mainly just trying to catch his breath. He blocks Horn as he tries to transition the guard. Minute left. And again, throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. As there's the third knee strike, and again, just unbalancing Marcotte enough. There's little power. As he just throwing shots to throw shots at this point. That's the end of the round. All Nate the Great Marcotte on paper. A just dominant round. Jeremy Horn's going to have to finish the fight to win at this point. His final round now moves in and out of range, hoping to tempt his opponent into a reckless strike and leave him open to strike. As he can't connect with a jab, but then he catches Horn with a right hook to the body. Again, looking for a reckless strike and leaving an opening for the takedown attempt. As Jeremy Horn fails to land any of the strikes in the combo, that ended with a slithering low kick. As he shoots in on Horn. Horn partially defends it, though, ends up hopping on one foot, while Marcotte has hold the other one. Just going to push him up against the ropes. There's a stomp. Dropping down low. Dropping down low, when Nate Marcotte secures a leg and starts looking for a takedown, Jeremy Horn is left hopping on his other leg, trying to balance. And there it is. Now he's inside control. There's a leg. There's a leg to the knee strike there. As Horn felt it coming, though, and uses the shift and weight to break free of the side control, and the scramble begins. As he spots an opportunity, he moves quickly to try and secure his opponent's leg. Horn keeps his leg free, though, comes out on top with Marcotte pulling guard. Some tactical mistake from Nate Marcotte by going for the leg as he left himself in a bad position. And will it be enough to cost him the fight, though? As he throws a few strikes, as Jeremy Horn is clearly slowing things down so he can think now. As he throws out some punches, but Horn leans back to avoid them from the bottom as Nate Marcotte. As he tries to pass the guard, he passes it, but Marcotte was ready. Immediately starts to scramble as he's back to his feet. He grabs him behind. Looking to wrestle him back down. He doesn't find it easy, but he does eventually get Marcotte to the ground. As now he's got side control. Throws a few strikes that are out. Venom blocks with him to pull guard. He pounds away, but Marcotte calmly deals with him. He blocks with him to pull guard. That's the end of the round. End of the fight. Wasn't enough. Nate Marcotte, unanimous decision there. Yep. There we go. As 15-4 now. Jeremy Horn 43-10-4. As I give him thanks, Nate Marcotte praises his team at AMC Pinkerton and his various sponsors, fans who came out to support him. He asked if he'd like to fight next. He answers he thinks a fight against a great competitor like Alex Stiebling would be make an interesting fight. Yeah, it would. As the co-main event now, Ice Cold Igor taking on Frank Shamrock, 5'8", 205, 5'10", 205. So it's kind of funny that's a catchweight fight when they're both basically fighting at middleweight. As 46-7-1, no contest, 26-11-2, kickboxing style of Ice Cold Igor, submission fighting / kickboxing from Frank Shamrock, minus 150 plus 150. No team for Ice Cold Igor, Lions Den there. This is going to be a hell of a fight. I can't wait to see it. Big John McCarthy's our referee, our judges. They weighed in about the same, but Ice Cold Igor, he's letting that heavyweight kind of weight get into advantage there. That was smart by him. That's the bell. Ice Cold Igor ignores the offer to touch gloves. There's a quick punch, doesn't hit it though. Shamrock gets hold of Igor, but not having to take even one shot while coming into. As, oh god, look, from the grapple, Shamrock tries to pick Ice Cold Igor up on his shoulders for a slam. He fucking slams him. And now, Igor has to pull guard upon impact. Shamrock does a few strikes there, outfit him. Oh, Shamrock tries to loosen the guard, possibly thinking about a leg lock, but Ice Cold Igor defends it well. Couple of punches to the body. Again, looking for that leg lock, and again, keeps it tight. He's trying to pass the guard. He passes, but it's only half guard. He's trying to get better position. Oh, wow. He does. He's got side control. He's looking for a mount. Instead, Ice Cold Igor rolls, gives up the back, as Igor blocks the rear naked choke. He blocks the attempt to roll him off his back, though. This Frank Shamrock pounds away, and there's several good shots in the process. Trying to get a body triangle, but can't quite do it. He blocks the attempt to roll him off. As, again, Ice Cold Igor is just trying to stay alive here. He's trying to turn over and sweep Shamrock. He can't do it. There's a rear naked choke applied again. Doesn't get it, though. As he's trying to get the rear naked choke applied, though, rather, as I meant to say. As Shamrock blocks Ice Cold Igor, tries to roll him over. Looking for that rear naked choke. Again, Ice Cold Igor is just fighting. He's fighting and fighting and fighting. Big John McCarthy stands back up. And look, we're about to see a shot from Shamrock, but Ice Cold Igor was more aggressive to the initiative. He is a quick punch, doesn't land it, though. He comes in apparently willing to take some hits if that means getting close enough to grapple. Punch of Igor fails to land as with a clear opportunity. Shamrock's able to move in fast, clinch with him, but that's the end of the round. Frank Shamrock won that one for sure. Dominant. He couldn't finish the fight to Igor's credit. We'll see what happens in the second round. Bell rings. They meet in the center. They start to strike. Shamrock feints one way, then the other way, as throwing Ice Cold Igor off balance, even badly exposed. He misses the big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Shamrock to attack with a solid right hand. Shamrock, wanting to grapple, comes forward. He appears willing to risk a few shots to close the distance. A punch from Igor fails to land. Shamrock gets a hold of Igor. Shamrock hits Igor with a knee strike to the body as they grapple. He attempts to pick Igor up with a slam. He does so. He plants him with it. Shamrock ends up in guard. Lands a few clean shots. And he takes a break from Igor as he's looking to get a leg lock. He maintains the tight again, looking for the knee. Again, he blocks it. Now he's punching down on Igor, easily taking on the gloves. He's looking for that leg lock again. He's not going to win by submission. Yeah, if he does, God bless him. He's unable to land many clean shots. He's trying to pass. He does. It's only half guard, and that's the end of the fight. You're winning. Unanimous decision. Frank fucking Shamrock. Yeah. Another decent fight. It's kind of weird. There hasn't been many great fights. They've kind of been somewhat one-sided for the most part. But that's just the way it goes. Let's give me thanks. Frank Shamrock praises his team at Lions Den, his various sponsors, and fans who came with support. Showing respect, Frank Shamrock praises Igor for the skill and toughness. Main event time. The Axe Murderer, Healy Silva, taking on Dan Endo Henderson. Has 18-3, 14-3, 5'11", 205, 6', 205, 34 years old. Apple Valley, California. Healy Silva, the Axe Murderer from Brazil. Muay Thai, Greco-Roman style. Minus 150 for the champion, plus 150 for the challenger and the former champion. No team for Healy Silva. Wild, as taking on Team Quest of Dan Henderson. Let's see what the fuck happens. Prime middleweight title is on the line. Big John McCarthy's a referee. Our judges. They win in at 205, but Silva's going to be much bigger now. Fight begins. No touch gloves. This has been the night of no one just giving a single fuck. He can't connect with the sub strikes, but he lands the right head kick. Moves in and engages. As he misses the right cross, leaves him wide open for the counter. Comes in with a jab and a right hook that is avoided at the last second. They move and engage. Silva hits a good right hand. There's a powerful right hook from Dan Henderson, and he knocks him out with it. Dan Henderson. It took fucking 40 goddamn seconds, if that. If fucking that, to knock out Healy Silva. What a performance by Dan Henderson. And your middleweight champion, still your middleweight champion, 40 goddamn seconds is all it took. 15-3 for Dan Anderson, 18-4 now for Wanderlei Silva. That's tough. Wanderlei Silva has had a tough go of it as of late, getting knocked out by both Chuck Liddell, now Dan Anderson back-to-back. But, I mean, that was fucking crazy. Dan Anderson came ready to throw some fucking bombs today. What a great right hook, a crunching right hook. As giving thanks, Dan Anderson praises his team at Team Quest. His various sponsors, the fans came out to support him. He celebrates with his prime middleweight title defense and poses for photography with 4 photographers with the belt around his waist. Wow. He had critical rating 64. I think that was the same as the Shockwave card. Funny enough, as 3,000 in attendance in Florida, a million gate. Hopefully we make some money out of this card. But at least the main event was good too. How fun, man. Those fucking prelims. That was just... Chris Lieben got robbed. Stuff like that, but... well, we increased pop, so at least we got that much. Did we make money off of it? We shall see. Dan Anderson with the fight of the night. Anderson's rather with the KO of the night. That makes sense. That head kick was pretty nuts. Yep, we made almost $2 million. How fun. Hell yeah. As another episode in the books. Thank you all for watching our first show 2005. Fun card. I thought the judges were going to fuck up that entire card, but luckily that did not happen. Wanderlei Silva gets knocked out in 40 seconds. Dan Anderson keeps it rolling. I'm really not sure who's going to be next for Dan Anderson is kind of the fun thing. I'm assuming Frank Shamrock, honestly. I feel like Frank kind of deserves it after that one. He is the next kind of fighter. Yeah, Alex Stiebling, but Alex Stiebling's taking on Merlio at Brazilian Bushido, so that might not end well for him. He might lose that. As Dan Anderson, he's taken on Chuck Liddell, he's taking on Wanderlei Silva, who's next for him as the champion. It might be Merlio, it might be Alex Stiebling, it might be Frank Shamrock. Frank Shamrock, I feel like, does deserve it after beating Ice Cold Igor. That's a big-time win. And, that's someone, Dan Anderson was, weirdly enough, lost to Ice Cold Igor at Shockwave in 2003. So I think he kind of deserves it. Yeah, I think we're going to do Frank Shamrock. Frank Shamrock and Dan Anderson. For the middleweight title is the next title fight. You heard it here first. And then whoever wins between Stiebling and Merlio is probably going to be the next contender. That's probably how we'll do it. As I'm not really sure when that's going to be. If that's going to be at American Bushido 7. That seems like an American Bushido main event to me. Frank Shamrock and Dan Anderson. We'll have to see just real quick. Just kind of where we're at. Frank Shamrock, 34 days, so he'll be back in March. Dan Anderson, probably 20 days. Yeah, because, it was a 40-second fight. So, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be the American Bushido 7 main event. How fun. It probably should be, total elimination, but, we already have the Dennis Hallman, Matt Hughes fight, which, seems like it says it's not good enough for the main event, so maybe we won't do that. Maybe that'll be the American Bushido 7 main event. Maybe we'll have it be in April. Have it be in Kanto. There's a lot of options. I feel like Frank Shamrock will be ready by then. He might not be, though. He'll be ready at the beginning of March. So, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that sounds like something that can definitely be doable. So, we might move Matt Hughes, Dennis Hallman to American Bushido. Let's just kind of want to see. Because Matt Hughes probably has the pop for it. Yeah, he's high-level national in America. Dennis Hallman also has high-level national in America. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that now. Oh, nope, not Pride 29. How fun. Let's just take a look at it. Yep, perfect. All right. Thank you all for watching, everyone, as we will catch you guys next time for Pride 29, Fist of Fire. Fedor Emelianenko, he gets his rematch. Will the judges screw him again? Let's hope not. That'd be fucking terrible. I would be so upset. I would almost vacate the belt and just give it to Fedor. I'd be like, you've earned it, you son of a bitch. You've been robbed so many times. An interesting cut. Pat Miletich, Matt Serra, that's going to be a fun welterweight. Vitor Belfort and Andrei Simonov. Andrei Simonov, I think, is going to be a problem in the middleweight division. We'll see. It's a big-time step for him against Vitor. Goodrich and Erickson, that's fun. That's just two guys that have been around forever now. Goodrich, I'm hoping he knocks him out in like 20 seconds. Coleman and Alexei Oleinik. Mark Coleman, he's getting up there. We're almost at the tail end of his career. He's 40. He's 40 years old. So, that's tough. It's going to be tough. We're at the tail end of Mark Coleman's career. Eventually, this is probably going to be his last year. He might have one more year in him. Who knows? The way, Fucking Randy Couture, I think, is in his 40s. I think he's 41. Yeah, he's 41. And Marco Huss is 42. He's 44. Jesus Christ. Marco Huss, the Fountain of Youth over there. He's taking on Alistair Overeem, too, in March. Fucking crazy. I'm sending this off again. Thank you all for watching. And we will catch you guys next time at Pride 29's Fist of Fire. Take care, everyone.